My next question would be, what are you looking to see in Afrobeats in the future?
Um, that's a very, very, very interesting question. I I love where Afrobeats is right now. It's getting more mainstream, more accepted, not just in the UK, but even here in the US. And globally, with the help of TikTok and social media, everybody's doing one leg up, and everybody's dancing, and everybody's making memes and stuff with Afrobeats, and that's awesome. But what I would love to see change very soon is the acceptance of the recognition by the diaspora audience that in their local communities there are Afrobeats artists that are making music. Like if you go to, if you go to New York, you have local artists in New York that they show up in, if let's say Eminem was performing or some big artist like Kanye West was performing, they would put those local artists there as openers because that's their area, right? We don't see that in Afrobeats. Like we have, all these shows, all these stores and all that. You hardly see those local Afrobeats artists in those areas being represented. I feel like they're doing a disservice to themselves because at the end of the day, those guys are going to go back to Africa, going to go back to Nigeria, go back to Ghana, right? The people here are the ones that are going to keep that, ambassadorship. They're going to keep that message flowing because what's going to happen is that, if we don't own it, other people are going to own it for us. Like, as a matter of fact, today the Grammys, the Academies put out a statement calling Afrobeats a mixture of Black American music and West African music. Can you imagine? They're basically saying that Afrobeats is Black American music. I don't like, wait a second. I mean, what is this? Like, that's not true. So I responded, I was like, please, can you guys do your fact checking right before and they changed that. They changed that entire piece. They rewrote it. They fixed it. Quick. Quick. But if you don't have people out here that can really that know what's going on here and that really can come and defend it and, eventually, it would be like the white dudes that won Best Reggae Artist at the Grammys last Grammys, and we don't own that for Africa because we own this. Like Afrobeats is our stuff, and we're exporting this out here, and the folks who do it out here do need that recognition. So as a matter of fact, I'm part of an organization called OSDA. It's if you break it down, it's the Association of US Diaspora Afrobeats Artists, and for a long time we haven't had togetherness like this because everybody's been doing their stuff, one in your own corner. But now we're trying to form a group of like-minded artists, work together, see how we can build a market here for ourselves, take advantage of the fact that we're based out here where things actually work, and use that to our advantage, and also elevate ourselves at the same time elevate the culture here in the diaspora. So people should go check it out. We have our OSDA Instagram page. It's called OSDA HQ, and OSDA is AUSDAA, and then HQ, and now that's our Instagram. There's so many artists on there that are making really dope music right now that people need to know about, and I'm one of them. So yeah, check us out.
Okay. Well, on that note, what is your favorite track on your new album? Now, I force you to pick a favorite child.
Yikes. Obviously, I like all the songs, but I would say the song that is deepest to me that I really, really love is the Madu song, which is the more of an activist song that really talks about that issue. I think that song has so much deepness in it that, as much as I'm doing Afrobeats where it's very lively and fun, it's nice to be able to make Afrobeats and still be able to pass a message, and still be able to connect, and still be able to be deep. Which is why when I started making music, I used to write, I used to make music that sound more like contemporary rock music, because you can see a lot of things in those genres of music. Now with Afrobeats, you got to find something that's repetitive and catchy, and you just say that thing all over and over again, and everybody's dancing, because nobody cares about what you say, they just want to dance and beat. but it's nice to be able to still achieve that and still pass the message. And I think that's why I really like that song, Magic. Yeah, it's track 3. Yeah, track 3 on the album. Yeah.
Okay. I told you I was getting deep, so I'll ask you a question that most people would be kind of hesitant to answer.
Okay.
But elections are coming up.
Mm.
The naira is currently 700 naira to $1.
It is?
Yes.
No way.
700 naira to $1. So if things are gonna change, we're gonna have to effect change. And on that note, who will you be supporting in the upcoming election?
You know, it's funny. I have not made my. I try to stay away from politics because it's tricky, especially when it comes to Nigerian politics. But you know, there's a kind of atmosphere that is, you know, something in the air right now that's a little different from before for what we've seen, at least in. I think the last time I can remember this type of, you know, rally and this type of people coming out and really wanting to change this bad was maybe around 1992. Damn, I'm just telling my age right now. Yeah, 92 during the MKO Abiola, you know, thing, and you know, I don't know if you know how that ended up.
Yeah, with the apple.
With the apple. With the apple. What apple? What are you talking about? What,
it was poison.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Really? Who told you that? Is that what you heard?
It was poison.
Is that what you told you? They gave you an apple? He was in it?
Yeah.
How did an apple go? Oh my gosh. Anyway, well, you know what happened. We'll go into those details, but I feel like, you know, the candidate that I will support and wholeheartedly that I see is different and is about the people. It's been a long time since I've been optimistic about the country, but I'll say Peter Obi. And
you gotta give us the why.
Because, I mean, you have someone who actually has plans and agendas and know what he's talking about. He provides stats to back his plans and agendas. And for years, we've had people that you ask them even the most simplest questions and they can't even answer. They're not even trying to tiptoe. They talk about something totally different. You ask some dude about what is he doing to curb violence, and he's like, agriculture. like how? Agriculture, violence. How? Like, how? What? Like, they don't even. How do you want to stop, you know, the schools from being on strike and pay the workers, you know, the teachers, so they can go back to school to agriculture? We need to farm. Like, bro, like,
the cattle need our attention.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, yeah, but I feel like, but, you know, the realist in me comes to me and knocks at the door and says, you know how this thing goes out there, you know, things are not going to be by the book, you know, there's so much corruption, you know, a lot of people, their voting cards and all that have been, you know, stolen and validated. There's just so much. So it's hard to, as much as you want something to work, and the system is also there to derail it. So a part of me is optimistic, but a part of me is just like, okay, I'll just wait and I'll see what happens. But folks out there, please go vote, okay? Don't be discouraged, go vote. Let your voices be heard. Don't close your mouth because they gave you a bag of rice. You know, go vote.
I don't think the youth now are like that. I think it worked in like the older generation. The youth are angry.
Yeah,
they're angry and they want change.
That's different. Yeah, but yeah, well, that's as much as I'm going to talk about politics.
Okay.
I know that I've already lost some fans already by saying what I said, but, you know, hey, someone has to, you know, people have to, other celebrities need to come out and say how they feel, because we can't be great abroad. We can't be winning world titles. We can't be having the best singers and winning Grammy Awards and having our female singer, you know, Thames being on Black Panther 2 soundtrack and all these awesome things that Nigerians are doing everywhere, and then our country's shit. You know, we need to do better. You know, yeah. That's what I'm gonna say.
Well, let's try to win you some fans back.
I hope so.
What are some hobbies hobbies of yours that you enjoy doing outside of music and politics?
Music. Let's just keep it music, all right? I love to cook. Yeah, I love cooking. As a matter of fact, I once almost owned a restaurant.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's a fun fact.
That's a fun fact, yeah. I once almost owned a restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have like a cuisine that you...
Oh, I can make everything. But, wait, I don't bake. Well, I can bake, but I don't bake because baking is really not my thing.
It's a different genre.
Yeah. I love to cook. I love to mess around. I cooking to me is like chemistry. I like to, mess around with different oils and flavors and, meats, like barbecue, all that stuff. And then I also love making African food too. So I make Nigerian food very well as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will be looking forward to cookout invitation. Please, thank you.
I've actually invited you to cookout. You need
I was
to
on
show
top.
up. Yep.
I haven't seen don't put me out there like that.
Okay, so now you guys know that
be.
we actually know each other outside of this stuff, right? Yeah. Okay. Now you guys know.
Yeah. So, what do you see yourself doing in 5 years? Where do you see the Duncan Rock brand? What are you looking at?
Obviously still making music, but I'm hoping that I would have built the business to a certain level where I might not necessarily have to be doing as much work as I put in now. Obviously, I'm always going to be, overseeing things, but I want to have, a lot of people be handling things for me. I want to have scaled times 10 of what I'm doing right now. I want to have, created even other opportunities for other artists as well, and basically build the business a lot bigger than what it is right now. Just not just in music, but other, aspects, marketing, media, all those things. I want to see all those things come to fruition in the next 5 years.
Okay.
I want you guys to have streamed my music over 1 million times in the next 5 years as well.
Okay. We'll be looking forward to what you put out. And I guess I will wrap it up by asking you to look into the camera and give your daughter a message that she can see if she watches this video when she's older.
Well, I already did that in the album. So there's a song in the album called Iwani Khan, and it's Yoruba, so you can probably understand what that means, right?
You alone.
Yeah.
For the people who don't understand.
Yeah. So it's a message to her that, she is her own unique, special person. And, as long as she remembers that, she's going to be good set for life. And so that's the message that that song is about. And I'm hoping, I'm telling you now, so you can see that I said it in case you're wondering what the song is about. Because you grew up in America, you don't understand any but that's the message I have, and also to everybody else who, that song actually is a huge song for women as well, women empowerment, especially with what's going on now, Supreme Court and all that stuff. There's such a interesting times that we live in. It's like we went into a time machine, so, I'm hoping you guys get the album. It drops August 12th, Songs of Limitless Optimism. The first single is already out. It's called Obalende. Those who know where Obalende is, that's what the song is talking about. But it's a bop, so go check it out. It's already on iTunes and Apple Music, Spotify, all your places where you listen to music. Obalende is spelled Obalenda. It's very simple. Just roll it on your tongue. Obalende. Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
We look forward to the album. Right, guys, remember August 12th. It is dropping. Pre-save it. Pre-order it. Pre-everything it. You don't want to miss out.
Can we pop the champagne now? It's just be there staring at us. Can we pop it? For real.
I will hand it over to you. It's your album.
I got Ibono Shayo. 1, 2, 3. Limitless.
Hell yeah.